So man, before we left off, you was talking about how your relationship with Jeezy, it wasn't just business. So him paying you $1,500 a month, you really ain't tripping on it at that point. But after so many years, your mind elevated, and you kind of thought like, all right, it's time for him to elevate too. But it didn't actually go that route. You know what I'm saying?
With him, it didn't elevate; it declines. Cause when I really left, to be honest with you, I'm gonna tell the real story. You're the only one really got the real story. Like, he had stopped paying me. I know it's deeper than rap.
Man, tell me this, bro. Like, so what could he do? Like, what can make things like straight between y'all? What would need to take place?
Between me and who?
Jeezy.
Make things straight.
Yeah.
Shit, nothing. We catch a fade though. We can straight throw them hands. Cause like he used to say all the time, my hands work. Shit, mine do too. Like that's the only thing that can make this shit straight. We gotta catch a fade. Cause that's what brothers do when brothers cross each other. You know what I'm saying? I don't want him dead. I don't want to kill him. I don't want to stab him up, shoot him up. I don't want to break his neck. I just want to catch a fade. And we can go into the littlest closet. Or we can go into the biggest room. And after that, we still ain't gonna be cool. I just wanted to get some shit off. And you can go on about your life, I go on about mine. But other than that, me and him sitting down having a talk, or him calling me and nah, we ain't doing that, cause I know you, nigga. I know you. I know how many niggas you done called and had talks with as soon as you got off the phone and you on the shady shit again. I was there, nigga. I was in the car with you when you was driving, having phone calls. I was the one was with you when you was going to have meetings with Coach and Kink after all the shit went bad. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I was the last one around. I was the last one around. Nobody else. Nobody else. And I lost a lot of relationships from being the last one around. You know what I'm saying? But niggas knew where I stood. Niggas knew whatever he was with, I was with. If he was saying fuck you, I was saying fuck you. If he was saying let's ride on them niggas, let's ride on these niggas. That's just how it was. And that's probably why me and him lasted so long. Cause that's what it was. It was never about the money with me. I never went to that man and asked for a raise. I never went to that man and asked for shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really want to be honest, niggas paying me like $1,500 a month. Yeah, I'm gonna let it be known. $1,500 a month. That's what I was getting from him. But at the same time, I was young, I didn't care. $1,500 a month, but I got $200,000 in the bag I can spend on my own. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't gonna say nothing. You feel me? So certain shit evened out. You know what I'm saying? $1,500 a month, but he's paying for everything. You know what I'm saying? He's paying the rent. He's paying car notes. He's buying us jewelry. So $1,500 a month, I didn't give a f. It didn't matter to me. Just as long as my man's straight and we moving and we protected. That's what it was with me. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't about nothing else. But shit changed as you get older. As I got older, it was certain shit that should have changed with him too. He should have been like, let me make sure my man is straight. You feel what I'm saying? Just in case something happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me make sure my nigga's straight. My little brother, who I call him.
So man, before we left off, you was talking about how your relationship with Jeezy, it wasn't just business. So him paying you $1,500 a month, you really ain't tripping on it at that point. But after so many years, your mind elevated, and you kind of thought like, all right, it's time for him to elevate too. But it didn't actually go that route. You know what I'm saying?
With him, it didn't elevate; it declines. Shit. Cause when I really left, to be honest with you, I'm gonna tell the real story. You're the only one really got the real story. Like, he had stopped paying me, but I was still with him. But he had told me that he switched accountants, so they gotta get everything back in order and all this shit. So I'm like, nigga, fuck the account. You can pay me out your pocket. Like, what you like? You know what I'm saying? So when we had that conversation, he was like, all right, I got you, I'm gonna pay you. But then he didn't pay me. It was on some funny shit. So I just picked up and left. Cause you gotta understand, he was paying me $1,500 a month. And then all of a sudden he was like, you know what? I don't know what, but all of a sudden, this they wanted me to start paying my own rent now. Like, get your own place, you're gonna pay your own rent. Okay, y'all want me to get a place, and y'all telling me to get a place here, and y'all want me to pay it myself. This place here is $2,000 a month. I'm only getting $1,500 a month. What y'all fuck are y'all talking about? Doesn't even sound right. So that's when I picked up and left. Cause I was like, nah, shit already ain't adding up no more. And I'm older now. Fuck this shit. Fuck him.
Is that the conversation you referenced like earlier in the interview in Miami?
Well, the conversation we had in Miami was, it was some funny shit then too. Cause that's when I realized I was gonna leave too. Because he was like, this music shit ain't going like it's supposed to go. Shit, we gotta find something else to do. I gotta find you something else to do. Woo woo whoop and all this shit. But I knew what it was, because I was the last person with him. You know what I'm saying? And to believe me, where he was going and where he was headed to, he had to go by himself. It's no way he could have took me with him, because the shit had gotten too fake. You feel me? Like, it's gotten too fake. I seen this shit a long time ago, because when he had his 10-year anniversary for 10-101, I was still around, but I didn't show up. I didn't come to the anniversary. I didn't go to the concert or nothing. And he called me the same night, like, nigga, where you at? You got everybody asking me where you at. They thinking shit going on. I'm like, nigga, there is shit going on, nigga. Like, I'm broke. Like, are you trying to tell me you're trying to keep me around for straight face? Because I'm the last nigga here? Well, guess what? I'm the last nigga here. I'm gone. I'm the last nigga gonna leave too. And I left. And I came back to Indianapolis. I called Coach, told Coach I was leaving, and Coach was like, "Fuck him."
Damn, bro. So it wasn't just like personal; it was financial as well that motivated your decision.
I mean, it was personal and financial, because I felt like he was trying to play on my intelligence too, and for him to try to do that. It was a lot of people that Jeezy's highly influenced. Like, you can sell him some shit and he'll believe it, but the shit could really be just false. Like, but he'll believe it because them people in the industry and them people that he was going indoors with, they influence you. They can influence you. You know what I'm saying? About getting more money, or you need to be here. Or you still hanging around the people that they gonna keep you in this position, or you gotta change this and all this. So once he brought that African around named Solomon that used to work for Puffy, that Puffy shut the whole restaurant down. I remember Puffy had Justin's. The guy Solomon that used to run it for him, he shut it down, probably because Solomon wasn't doing shit but stealing from that motherfucker anyway. But Jeezy made this nigga his manager. You made this nigga that ran a restaurant your manager, had you cut all your people out, and gave him all the control of everything. You talking about somebody that Puffy got rid of? You know what I'm saying? Like, you made him your manager. The African really just, man, I don't like the African nigga. I'm just gonna be honest.
So you felt like he was manipulated?
He was manipulated. I remember he came to me one day and tried to talk to me about something. I was like, hey man, you can't talk to me about shit with Jeezy. Whatever Jeezy want to talk about, you can come talk about it to me. Ain't no sending you to come and relay a message, nigga. The fuck, nah, this ain't going down like that. And then me and Jeezy had a talk. And he said, I don't even know why he said that shit to you. I wasn't even talking about you when I said to go tell the rest of the people. I don't know why he came to you. I don't know why he came to me either, because I ain't listening to shit he say.
And this is why y'all still living together?
We want to live together. We in different spots right now. This is probably like the end. So, it's like 2014, 15.
So at what point did y'all stop, y'all kind of part ways living-wise? So I know you said every spot he moved into.
We part ways living-wise when, I want to say probably, let me see, probably 2009. Maybe 2010.
Oh, okay. So it was some years then.
Yeah, we lived together for years. You gotta think about it. We lived at Park Regency, Buckhead Grand, Buckhead Lou. We had a house on Chambly Dunwoody together that we all lived in. Me, him, and Mailman. Yeah. Yeah, like we lived together for at least 6 years.
But I'm talking about like the years that y'all didn't live together. It was still some years apart too.
Oh yeah, the year we did live together.
I don't know why I thought y'all stayed until you actually parted ways.
No, we was we had been stopped living together when he started. I think when he started dating Keisha Coles for real.
Okay.
I think that's when he got his own place out on East West Connector with her. Yeah, because we were still living together because when he got that house on East West Connector, we still had one of the houses. I was living on Chambly Dunwoody with Mailman. No, it was Thug Mansion. Cause when we left Thug Mansion, we went to when we left Thug Mansion, he had got a house with Keisha Coles. But then when he stopped living with Keisha Coles, me and him got a spot together again. So yeah, that's how that went. Cause we stopped living together cause I had got a house on Cascade. And the house on Cascade was me, Carbon, Badass, Scrap Low, King, Lucci, Blood Raw. We was all in this house together, 2-car garage, 5-bedroom shit.
Man, how was it, bro, like living with multiple men, man?
Living with multiple men? She was a fucking party every day.
So it wasn't because you don't got your own privacy, and I don't know if all of y'all had your own like family, like relationships and kids and stuff like that.
Niggas had their own families and kids, but most of their families and kids weren't coming to where we was. You know, they had they had their own houses. Like all the guys in Macon, they still had their own life in Macon. They still had kids, they still had girlfriends, they still had their own houses, own apartments in Macon. But when they came up to Atlanta, we all was in one house. Okay, I got you. But they lived up there too. They was back and got Macon and Atlanta ain't that far from each other. Okay. You can go down there in an hour and be back in an hour. Like if
it's that close.
It ain't that far. So a trip ain't nothing. You feel me? So, but most of the niggas was living with us, and when it was time to go home for family holiday shit, that's what they would do. But they would come right back up there. You gotta think about it. We're all CTE. We're all with Young Jeezy. We are at the top of the game in Atlanta. We are the top dogs. All of us living together. Just think about all of us living together, and we bringing all our bitches there. And it's a party every day. It wasn't a day that we wasn't home from Thug Mansion to the house we had on Cascade or to anywhere. It was a party. Like, as soon as you wake up, it was a fucking party. We used to wake Jeezy up with loud music. That's probably why he was mad at Thug Mansion. Cause nigga, as soon as the sun come up, it was going down. Beers, weed, and bitches all day. Like, it was a party. And when he say he was mad, but as soon as he woke up, he got his bitches there too. And he got his weed and he's drinking. Everybody's having a fucking party. It was never a dull moment. That's why when he say people was mad and he was mad, and I didn't see it. Yeah. Everybody was living the time of their life. You had niggas that never seen none of this before, not even me, but on TV, and to be with it, like, it was crazy. You talking about any female at the palm of your hands, my nigga, any of them.